Yes, people can go to producejustice.com. That's like product. That's producejustice.com. And what will come up on the screen is a brief description of the textbook workbook for victims of white supremacy and an additional book called A Counter-Racist Word Guide, showing you how to use words and what words to look for when things are described, and what words to ask questions about when you're discussing anything dealing with racism. And, of course, the basic book is all about what racism is, which is white supremacy, and what an individual person can do about it on a day-to-day basis, because you're with yourself more than you're with anybody else. And you have to learn, or should learn, in my opinion, and in the opinion I say if you follow logic, to know what to do and what not to do in every circumstance that you're in daily, in all areas of activity. And I try to, in these volumes, express everything that an individual can do, or might do, or might try to do on a day-to-day basis to bring about the circumstances that we should have or should have had on this planet before there was any such thing as racism. Because a prison system is pretty tight. So that's why I sometimes use metaphors like that are in popular folklore, like the movie Shawshank Redemption. I sometimes even use that, some lessons to be learned in that. And that is, what did the character, people who are familiar with the movie, and they can probably see it again after I talk about it a little bit, if they haven't seen it before. I've seen it several times. There's a character in it named Andy Dufresne. He's a white man, but he's in prison, and he's in prison unjustly. In other words, for something that he was falsely accused of doing. And he's doing life. In other words, he's in there solidly. But now, how did he use his time and energy in the prison as compared to the time and energy used by other prisoners? Morgan Freeman was in there, played the part of Red. Now, Red was always being the hustler inside the prison. He is the person that can get things from the outside, shoestrings, gum, pictures of naked women or whatever, and spirit them inside the prison. And Red is the black person in the prison, so he kind of resigned himself to that type of style in the prison. Now, a lot of black people have that kind of mentality, being hustlers and whatnot, in the prison system of white supremacy. Then there is Andy Dufresne, who's a white man, and he came into the prison system and took a look around, and he said, I'm going to concentrate on eliminating this entire prison system, and the warden is running it. And so, regardless of how long it takes, I'm going to devote all of my time thinking. I'm going to set up a library where I can even find out, get more information about how things are done, how things are not done. I'm also going to maneuver myself in such a way that I can get closer to the warden and study the warden's ways and how the warden operates and all of the things that this crooked warden is doing in this prison system, because the warden is running a crooked prison system, the entire thing, from bottom to top. It's an excellent metaphor for the system of white supremacy. And then he actually gets out of the prison, not only just gets out, but he sets it up so that he can stay out. He has a completely new identity, which is what all black people need, too, by the way. We need to get rid of what we call black culture. It's not working. It's not working. And so Mr. Andy Dufresne was getting rid of the general culture that he had before he got in and adapted a new culture that was suitable for the situation that he was in order to get out of the situation that he was in so that he could have a brand new culture. And that's how kind of the movie ends on that note, how he was able to do that and put the warden out of business. at the warden's expense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so if anybody studies that movie very carefully, there are a lot of lessons to be learned just in what you call popular folklore. But you have to know what lessons to look for.